What up? What a day. Another sell off, man. Let's start on the daily. So, obviously, starting to make this right here. So, that has been sell off city. Now, let's zoom in and see what's going on. We gapped up, lost it. Look at this. We gapped up, lost it, gapped up, lost it, gapped up. We gapped. I don't know about this one. This wasn't a gap up actually. Lower, gapped up, lost it. Gapped up. All right, we're green. No, this didn't gap up. Boom. Gap up. Nothing. Gapped up. Down. This is a gap up. This is a gap up. Oh my goodness. Twice in a row. It says candle body's higher than that one. So a lot of gap ups getting lost. The global markets are buying the dip and we're waking up and selling it. Okay, so this is today. I brought this chart up in like a late morning our time, maybe 10:30. I was on for about almost an hour, and I placed these magenta lines. In the morning, I was like this, and I was like, under this line, I'm going to be short. Um, I don't know why I did this. That's really weird now that I see that. Oh, I know. I was looking right here. These touches, one, two, three, four touches. And then I extended it here to see if we would bounce off, which we did. So, um, yeah. So, you only see this far, right? Looking at the bottom right, lower, lower. And then once we did this, I was like, all right, we're taking out some levels here. We were hitting that yellow line. The head and shoulders played out. I don't know how to draw this one. Kind of ugly. But like, whatever. So this played out, however you want to put it. You could put it like that. I don't know. Not as symmetrical, but the point is you're taking out the last spot. So this spot is lost, right? This spot is lost. See how every time it does that and loses it, I'm marking those levels. Now here, we have another micro level that was lost, right? We just flushed. Came up here, lost it. Now you gained it. So you're taking out levels to the upside. So this was gained here. This was reclaimed here. This was reclaimed there after reject, reject, reject. Went all the way back down to the last level. Okay. And then this one finally rejected, right? This one right here, rejected here. This is 40% on puts. Phil from the main chat, his name's like PF something. He got this. As soon as we broke under the yellow, I said, get out because you need a retest. And as soon as we went here, we were in voice chat saying, don't go long until we retest this, which we did. We broke it here at 10:50 a.m. We retested it almost an hour later, 11:35 a.m., and then vaulted up. This is like probably 250% on a same day. That's a really strong candle. And the volatility, right? The stronger the candle is the biggest factor in the options formula. So you're going to get way more money on an option with this candle versus this stair step. All right. So if you take just okay, there to there, and you put the same range like here. All right. I already messed that up. It's 1.89. 89, there we go. So this happened in 1.89. I don't know what that means. That's probably how wide it is. This is 1.89, right? No, it's not measuring wideness, only height. So this is the same height, but see how it's wider? Doing it quicker with a more violent move is going to be way quicker on your option because the value of the option that you're buying, and it's really to here, right? Once it gets going, new candle, 2.45. So it's about 2.45. Ah, man, my OCD. There we go. So same move, right? Um, it's like that's going to continue. And if this were to actually continue, that means we're here now. And then we're here now. So see how you're paying for what that option could potentially do if the price moves up just as violently as it does right there. So you always want to take profits, especially shorter dated, like weekly, day, even a next week, man. Uh, so yeah, and it's also important to take profits because we just showed you got this move, right? And then you got the opposite. You got from here to there pretty dang quickly. I can make this one green, huh? So we lost it. 0.5 up, 0.73 down. Puts went way more. I just said 200 something percent. Puts probably went 400%. I mean, it's just such a violent move down, same day. So, tough to predict that other than what I just said earlier, which is this yellow line, which here, right? It's hard to draw a line on wicks, but we have right there these candle bodies, right, which went here. And I was like, hey, if we, on voice, I said, if we retest, it's going to be 101.5. And it went to 101.4. So pretty gnarly move. You had to really be watching the candles and maybe like the 1 minute candles. But yeah, this little breakdown here, as soon as we got right here, right, we never went halfway between the low and here. Once it like dips, like you could say here, before that happens, you're here, right? We never got past the halfway point. So the first fib held, okay? If you go here, the first fib pretty much held. So even though that was 40%, we took it from there and Amma always says, I'm not interested in the first fib. I'm interested in the second one, which is actually the 0.618. But we have the 0.5 on here just to show the halfway point. And that was SPY for the day. Let's look at my Tesla loss. So this is the morning right here. Okay. Let me look at the line chart again. No, it's not. That's not helpful. So we went here, 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 and we broke this trend right here is where I got into calls. And I was totally ready for it to go like this. This was my stop loss because of this flag here. See this flag? We pop up and we have dojis. So I got in, like I said, I was up like maybe 6-7% at the most. And then we came here. We never got a new low right here. So we have a higher low, higher low. These are all higher lows. Broke down higher low. We made a new high a day. I took a lot, but there were people that said, hey, I held or I got next week, so I didn't get out here. My stop loss was low a day. I had next week. And so I marked that down as a loss, but it worked out. Tesla puts, though. I'm sorry, SPY puts. So let me go over the SPY puts. Yeah, there's the yellow line I drew on the other. This is like a big trend line. I'll just leave it. Wait, what? Just move this. Okay. So just looking at today, I drew this trend line early in the morning. Remember I said I drew that trend line from here? So this was like the point to get in. But anyway, I didn't get in and do any of that. I said I am in puts if we hold this. Let me show you where I bought puts. When this line broke, I was like, I'm in puts. And it was very fast. My first buy was seriously like right here. So I was down, I want to say 30% or something like that. I don't even think it was 30. It might have been 20, 17, 18. Yeah, I never got past 20. So I bought in my second buy. That triggered it. This line triggered it. My second buy was here, though. Right when we got above it, I was like, I'm going to buy. And if we stay below this previous candle, I'm in. All right, because I don't want the previous candle to engulf. So as soon as we hit that, the volume starts to lower, right? You can see this volume lowering here. So the car going uphill is kind of taking his foot off the gas. We're still, see this cloud here? Green and then red. It's called parabolic. That stands for stop and reverse. See, watch, I'll click it off, on. So this line here is the 200 EMA. See how I'm making it more bold? So that's the 200 EMA. And we're under it. So as soon as we crossed here, I was looking like short. It was just a matter of when. James was in shorts right away here when we crossed 200 EMA. I think he even got it up here, which was cool to see. But yeah, I had to stomach it. I had to stomach this move here, and I was like, all right, I'm in, right? As long as we don't get above this. So back to using that tool again, in my head, I didn't draw this out, but this was my stop. I don't know if I can make this go to the side. So that was my stop, but this is my entry, right? Target. I mean, it's really tough to say targets, guys. I don't know how long. I'm in until the trend changes. I don't know what the target is going to be. In this case, blue lines. And let's look at what happened when we got to blue lines. Here's a blue line bounce. Here's a blue line bounce. But is this bounce as strong as this bounce? No. And it's been like that all day. Look, bounce, under, bounce, under, bounce, under. This was the strongest bounce of the day, I'm not going to lie. Outside of, that one and these here. But up until that point, I was like, son of a bee, right? It sucked. But I had my second buy above this blue line. As soon as this happened here, I was in the green. I wasn't like, crap, what do I do? This and that. I scaled in, and I was green, green, green. Look at this bear flag again. Boom. Trying to bull flag up, but of course we lost it. But look, see this blue line here? Look. Boom, boom. We pause on the blue line. Lost it. Blue line. Right there. Touched it. Struggled here. This went all the way up there. Lost the blue line. Now, the next blue line is really far, right? Compared to see how this is smaller gaps and this is a bigger gap. So it's going to take a lot for bears to. So here's what I have to do. Make a new blue line. I'll make it right there, and I'll make it orange and dashed. So I have a new line. I'm trying to see if any of these were not respected. I'll get rid of them. Yeah, see, respected. This one pretty much respected, but kind of not. Yeah, I'm going to make this not as bold anymore. Oh, check this out. This right here lines up with like this. So that's a new blue line, right? Okay, so that was SPY. And from this entry I just told you about to here was 200%. So I bought at about 7:50 a.m., 9:40, about 2 hour hold, and it was runners. I definitely got out here, and I got out here, and that was my final buy. So just like we have this trend line up here, you can make another trend line like this, right? And anytime these channels are like breached, it's notable. Okay, and if you care about having a perfect channel, just know that candles are not perfect. So don't obsess over it. Parallel channel, and you're gonna go like this, something like that. Okay, it's not perfect. You're gonna have candles that come out like that one did, but once you, oh, and I have it set to go infinity to the right side. And to take that off, you just take that off. You could have a middle line if you want, but I don't really do that. I know E-Trade says that as like a midpoint. Sometimes they bounce off of it. But as soon as you get out of it, right? We touched here, come out. It's like you can't be puts anymore. There's no way. Cannot be in puts. And I went over why earlier. As soon as you take out the last level lost, the trend it has changed. All right. That's it. Love you guys. And what a beautiful day, beautiful week. Let's do it tomorrow.